Hello, trading is closed on August 12th, 2015. I'm Jeff Tennant. My last call said we should have a gap outside of the day's range, which we did. We had a MEJT target of 2076.48. I thought there was an increased risk it would fail, but it printed. We'll never know what would have happened had China not devalued its currency, because futures were up overnight, but we'll never know. The target printed. During the day, there was a buy signal and an ultimate buy signal. The S means it's strong if the move occurs immediately. It did occur immediately. You can see that the color-coded price of the target is right here. So we had a strong rally up to the target, and all these lines are MEJT resistance areas. So we now have a strong rally to, but not through resistance. Typically when that happens, one of two things occurs. One is we have a gap over resistance, and the other is we drop rather than consolidate. Normally, when you start out low and you rally all day long, you do get follow-through. So I think there's a case to be made for a gap over these highs. Longer term, the picture doesn't look all that bright because there's no breadth on today's rally. Shorter term, we have VIX making a reversal from over the upper Bollinger Band. VXO is the original VIX, and that did the same thing. You need confirmation, but that could happen. It's not the picture I want yet. I'm not a big fan of candlesticks, Japanese candlesticks. But typically when you get a reversal par like this, involving the lower Bollinger Band, if you get follow-through, even when this is not a flat band, it tends to lead to a challenge of the upper Bollinger Band. Eventually I'll get the right chart. On the half-day chart, you'll see we got support right at the TDST line from July. We have 10 bars of countdown for a sequential buy signal. If, as I believe, we're going to drop sharply pretty soon, it would be nice if we didn't get a buy signal. We could avoid getting a buy signal if we traded over this TDST line, which is 2128.28. Let's remember, we still have some other MEJT targets in that area, and even though MEJT likes to leave failed targets at major changes in trend, I've never seen it leave an ultimate failed target. Of course it could, but it's pretty unlikely. We have 6 other failed ultimate targets in the last 13 years out of close to 2,000 ultimate targets. So I'm going to have to guess a bit more than usual here, but my guess is if we gap over this high, the rally could have legs, and not in a day necessarily, but it could carry us into the high 2120s, possibly a new high. But shortly after that, I would look for a very steep drop. There's no reason the drop can't start from here, but after a big move like this, it's not what I think is the most likely scenario. It's still possible if we drop sharply from the open and undercut these lows promptly. I think that's a pretty tall order, and that's what it would take. And that's today's call.